An emergency room nurse who was born and raised in the Thunder Bay area is urging local people here to demand a ceasefire in Gaza.
The Doctors Without Borders nurse recently completed a tour of duty in the war-torn region. She says conditions there are getting worse by the day. Lee Noonan has more.
It's so much worse than you can possibly imagine.
With decades of nursing experience, including time with Doctors Without Borders in other war zones, Amy Lee Potter says the situation in Gaza is worse than anything she's seen before. She's urging everyone back in her hometown to support the relief agencies working in the region and to support the call for a ceasefire.
This is a population that will die without a ceasefire. This is catastrophic what's happening there right now. So the call for a ceasefire, continue to push friends and family in Canada and abroad. This is what's needed. It's what's the right thing to do.
Potter was working to set up a clinic in Al Masawi, a designated humanitarian zone near the south end of the Gaza Strip.
It was 1.8 million at the peak, moved mostly from the north to, all the way to the end of the strip, and that's it. That's it. I mean, you talk to them and they even say, like, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? There's no food. It's a desert. There's no water. We have a lot of communicable diseases starting to spread because of the poor living conditions. The reason it's not worse is it luckily is a highly vaccinated population.
Despite their efforts, Potter says the situation deteriorated while she was there as people with chronic conditions or war wounds went longer and longer without adequate treatment.
I remember one little girl, her house was shelled in October. Her family died. She was with an uncle when she came to visit us. She had external fixators, so she had a broken leg and she had these big pieces of metal in trying to put her bones back together, but they had to flee the hospital they were being treated at. So she'd received no treatment since then, including no physiotherapy. So little things like that we don't even realize that we can do. They didn't have crutches for her because you can't find crutches, so they were moving her around inside a baby stroller that didn't fit her.
Potter returned to her current home in the U.S. after 1 month, the longest stay that Doctors Without Borders is allowing in Gaza because of the danger. In that month, she says the homes of 3 of her Palestinian colleagues were hit, killing 11 people.
The people who are affected are not the enemy, for lack of a better term. They're not fighting back. They're not fighting Hamas. They're not fighting IDF. They're not fighting anyone. They're literally just trying to survive every single day.
Lee Noonan, TBT News.